playing center field, number 15, Jared Dalrymple, and playing right field, number 1, Jose Ortiz. Pitching, number 2, Zach Pearson.
So here we are in the first round of the state tournament as East Hartford hosts Wilton. As you heard, Mark Damashi is on the mound.
Leading off for Wilton, playing shortstop, number 31, Dylan Lefriere.
He hits the first one, second base got it, it goes to first, and we have 1 out.
Now batting the catcher, number 26, Jack Donano.
And the first one is a strike. Damashi gets ready, pitches. The count is now 1-1. And the batter walks away from home plate. Still 1-1 is the count. And it's a strike. 1-2 is the count. Two and two. Three and two, full count. Damashi on the mound. And goes to second base, and he makes the out at first. So it's twice the ball's gone to second base. Although this time it was the shortstop that threw it.
Number 41, Cole Juddleson.
Next batter, Cole Juddleson.
Correction, number 46.
First one is a ball. Trying to get a better angle than this, but the fence is too high for me over there. And that one goes deep to center field, and that's Jared Dalrymple who catches that one. So 3 quick outs. The score is 0-0 here after the top of the first inning, and now East Hartford will be at bat. I decided to film from here because I didn't like the way that the net interfered with the shot over on up in the control room, but I'm having second thoughts about this, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I may go back to the control room for the second inning. We'll see.
Pitching for Wilton, number 8, Ryan Gabriel. Leading off for East Hartford, number 15, Jared Dalrymple.
So Jared Dalrymple, whom we just saw make the out in center field, is going to be the leadoff batter for the Hornets. Jared is in my first period Spanish class, which is not relevant in any way to what you're watching today, but I just like to share that. And so Jared has now set up. He's ready for this. And you can see Coach Rondinone there on the right-hand side of your screen. So I'm going to try to go from pitcher to batter as well as I can without getting you guys too dizzy. We'll see how this works out. The first one is a ball. 1-0 is the count. One and one. 2-1. Second one is the ball. Now, East Hartford is the home team today because they are the higher seeded team. Hopefully they can make that work to their advantage. Two and two. And that one is a strike. So Jared was struck out. He did not swing at that one. He thought it was on the outside.
The left fielder, number 24, Janiel Ramirez.
Hey now, hey, let's go, kid.
Daniel Ramirez at bat. That was close. 1-1. And we have one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Three and one. And he is walked. So East Hartford has a man on first.
Now batting for the Hornets, playing first base, number 26, Julian Gonzalez.
So Julian Gonzalez, the first baseman, will be third at bat. Tries to get him out. As Janiel was trying to get off of second base a little bit. Foul ball. 0-1. Safe. And he hits that one hard. It goes way out there. And we have now I have a man on third. And a man on second.
Now batting the second baseman, number 5, Axel De Jesus.
So second baseman Axel De Jesus is up.
Let's go, kid.
First one is a ball. 1-0 is the count. That one's a strike. 1-1 is the count. Man on second, man on third. Here in the bottom of the first inning. Another strike. 1-2 is the count. 1 out, 2 men on base. And that is a foul ball. First baseman goes for it, and not quite. He almost had his hand on that. It's very hard to run at that speed and concentrate on catching that ball. 1-2 is still the count. Another ball. Both runners are trying to get a little bit of a lead off on from their bases. 3-2 is the count. And he hits that one. It's a foul ball. 3-2 still. And again, he gets something on it. 3-2.
Hey, let's go now.
And third baseman has it. And he is safe, because the throw was off and East Hartford scores its first run. So he batted in 1 run and runner stayed on second base. So we have a man on first and a man on second and 1 run.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Alessio Presamarita.
Alessio Presamarita, number 7, will bat. First one is a strike. And he gets something on that one, but it just barely nips it. 0-2 is the count. Man on second, man on first. One and two. 2-2 is the count.
Hey now, Ray, let's go, Jake.
And he gets something on it. Shortstop misses it. And the bases are now full. Third base man on third thought about continuing to home, but he stopped. Probably a good idea, because the shortstop probably could have made a pretty quick throw to home plate.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 6, Jared Roman.
So Jared Roman will be the designated hitter, and coach wants to have a few words with him. Man on third, man on first, man on second. One and 0 is the count. Two and 0. The girls are currently playing softball, just a little ways away from here, also in the same park. They're in their first round match of the playoffs. I'm sorry to say I couldn't find somebody to film that game, so this is all that's going to come out of today, unless the boys finish before the girls, in which case I can run over there and film whatever's left. So, bases full, East Hartford up by 1. We're here in the bottom of the first inning. Designated hitter, Jared Roman. 3-0. And that was a strike. So what was a 3-0 count, all of a sudden is 3-2. Full count. Designated hitter Jared Roman. Bases full. He swings at that one, and he is out. So the bases are still full, but now there are 2 outs.
Now batting, the catcher, number 4, Zach Pearson.
Zach Pearson. First one's a strike. 0-1 is the count. 0-2. Now the pitcher, if he's able to pull this out, this is quite a feat by this pitcher. One and two. He pitched 3 straight strikes to Jared Roman when the count was already 3-0. Another ball, 2-2. And he really gets something on that one, and it's deflected in the infield, and we have 1 run. Or did we have 2 come in right there? Yes, the score is now 3-0.
Baseman number 18, Pedro Santos.
Pedro Santos will now bat. And East Hartford has 2 men on base, 1 on first and 1 on second. First one is a ball. He swings at that one, gets something on it. Pitcher turns as if he's going to do something to the man on second. Catcher gets it, throws it back to second. Who hand delivers it to the pitcher. A ball. 3-1 is the count. He swings at that one. Full count. And that one goes high, high, high. And the right fielder comes in and gets it. And that's the end of the first inning. East Hartford leads 3-0. So East Hartford takes the field.
Leading off the top of the second for Wilton, playing third base, number 3, Lucas Ugarte.
Lucas Ugarte will take to bat. Mark Damashi's on the mound for East Hartford. And the first one is a strike. Top of the second inning. One and one. He swings at that one. 1-2 is the count. And that's it. So far, no hits for Wilton.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 2, Drew Phillips.
Drew Phillips is at bat this time. The announcer just said that he was the second baseman, but I thought he'd said that about the previous player. One and 0 is the count. And he really gets something on that one. And just a single.
Now batting the center fielder, number 4.
So Wilton now has a hit. Throws to first. Man dives, and he's safe. We were playing kickball for professional development the other day, and I dove to second base just the other day, but I wasn't safe. I was out. It was the football coach, Coach Wilton, who got me out. And it's fair ball. Throw it to third base, and it's lost, and the man makes it all the way. No. And he's safe on his return. Great change of direction there for that man. He almost made it, was on his way. He was way on his way to first, and then he just stopped cold and returned to third.
The designated hitter, number 27, Jack 4GN.
So, 2 men on base for Wilton now. Man on second, man on third. The designated hitter is up. First one is a ball. 1-0. Shortstop has that one, makes the out at first base. 1 run comes in, I think. Did a run come in? No, 2 runs came in. No, 1 run came in. Sorry guys, I was watching the scoreboard there.
Number 18, Brendan Skewis.
So 2 outs. Score is 3-1 favoring East Hartford. Man on third, whom you'll see right here. Actually, you can see him and the batter at the same time. Two and 0 is the count. Two and 1. Two and 2. East Hartford leads 3-1. Bottom of the second, top of the second inning, excuse me. Mark Damashi on the mound. Man on third. And it goes out to left field. And so the second run comes in, and we have a man on first. So East Hartford leads by only one, 3-2.
Number 21, Parker Ward.
Parker Ward will bat next. He throws to first. Man is safe. Again to first. Gets something on it, and Damashi makes the out himself. So the score is 3-2 for East Hartford here as we reach the bottom of the second inning. East Hartford led 3-0 at the end of the first. At that point, Wilton didn't even have any hits. And now both teams have come alive. And if I'm not mistaken, that's Jose Ortiz ready to bat over there.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Hornets, playing right field, number 1, Jose Ortiz.
And he bunts. Pitcher's got it. Throws to first. And Jose is out. He came close.
Now batting the center fielder, number 15, Jared Dalrymple.
Jared Dalrymple. So we're back to the beginning of the batting order. And the first one is a low ball. 1-0 is the count, with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Foul ball. 1-1. Another foul ball. Great reflexes over there from Coach. One and two. And he really gets something on that one. And he is safe at first base.
Now batting the left fielder, number 24, Janiel Ramirez.
Janiel Ramirez. And that first throw is a strike. Jared Dalrymple is on first base. East Hartford leads 3-2. Bottom of the second. With one out. 1-1. And there, I wasn't even paying attention. He threw to first. Runner was safe. It's Jared Dalrymple on first base. One and two is the count. Foul ball. One and two. Looks like Jared isn't trying to lead off very much anymore. Oh yeah, there he goes. Oop, he faked me out. I went with the batter, but he threw to first again. He doesn't want Jared to get any kind of lead over there. Janiel Ramirez is, and Jared is safe. No, he is, no, looks like Rondinone is talking to the umpire, so he must have been marked out. Well, it was a valiant effort by Jared. He's got the dirt on his jersey to prove it. So there's now 2 outs. So Janiel Ramirez is still batting here. 2-2.
Hey, Gav, let's go, Wade.
And second baseman has it, sends it to first, and that's it for that inning. Matt Rondinone still trying to appeal to the umpires, but it's not helping.
After 2 full innings, the Hornets lead 3-2.
So, Mark Dimashi pitching. Aye.
Now batting the shortstop, number 31, Dylan McFrary.
Dylan McFrary, shortstop. And it goes to center field. And right fielder has it. That would be Janiel Ramirez. He sends it to second. And back to Mark Dimashi.
Catcher, number 26, Jack Donano.
And after having no hits whatsoever in the first inning, Wilton seems to be getting a bunch all of a sudden. So there's a man on first base. One and oh. Almost, but not quite. Man is safe. Again. And it's Jose Ortiz that gets that one.
Now batting the first baseman, number 46, Cole Tunnelson.
Cole Tunnelson. So there's a man on first. Same man as before. Again, Damashi may try to get him out, just like he did before. And there he goes. He's safe. Oh, and 1. One and 1, and 1 out here at the top of the 3rd inning. Man on first. Two and 1 is the count. There goes way up there, Jose Ortiz again. Foul ball. Didn't reach him. Oh, again he went to first base. Foul ball, 2 and 2 again. Man steals second. And the count is 3-2. So we now have a man on second, one out. The count is 3-2. This is Cole Tunnelson at bat. A lot harder to steal third from second. To get something on it, but it's a foul ball. Count is still 3-2 with one out. And he walks. So we now have a man on first and a man on second.
Now batting the third baseman, number 3, Lucas Ugarte.
Double play. And I'm sorry, yep, I think I missed some of that, if not all of it. But trust me, it was a double play. I got too excited looking straight at the play rather than on a little screen from my camera. So I think I may have missed some stuff that you probably would have liked to have seen.
Leading off the bottom of third for the Hornets, the first baseman, number 26, Julian Gonzalez.
First one is a ball. 1-0 is the count. Two and 0. That one was too high. 3-0. And that one is a strike. 3-1 is the count. And that one is out there. I'm sorry that I didn't get to show you any of that ball, but it went way over the right field fence. So the Hornets now lead 4-2.
Now batting the second baseman, number 5, Axel De Jesus.
Axel De Jesus, second baseman. Whoa, he swings at that one. I haven't seen the scoreboard change for either one of these two pitches. Nope. And this one is a foul ball. He dives for it, but still not quite. There's 2 strikes. And that makes it 3. And it's a strike. 2-1 is the count. Number 7 at bat. Two and two. And he is walked. So East Hartford has a man on first. And I believe that this Jared Roman, the designated hitter at bat. A moment ago I saw some people walk past me into the outfield beyond the fence, and I was wondering what in the world are they doing, and then I realized, oh, they're searching for the foul ball. They probably want to give it to whoever batted. And that's the shortstop making that out. So there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. If I'm not mistaken, that would be Zach Pearson at bat. But I don't have the roster in front of me, so I could be wrong. Maybe I can track it down. Maybe I can track it down. One and one is the count. Pitcher tries an out at first. No go. Foul ball. That went way, way up there. Catcher makes a run for it. It's on the other side of the fence. Man on first. So, we now have a man on second as he stole from first. And the out is made at first base. Yes. The out is made at first base. And that was a quick inning. And at the end of the 3rd inning, East Hartford still leads 4-2.
Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Drew Phillips.
First one is a strike. 0-1 is the count. And Damashi gets his hands on that one, sends it to first base. So that was a quick out.
Now batting the center fielder, number 4, Chris Tinkin.
Chris Tinkin is batting. And the first pitch is a strike. 0-1. One and one. That was a very tentative swing there. Saw like he changed his mind in the middle of it. 1-2. He pitches and striked out. Struck out, excuse me. There's no such thing as striked out. Next one is Jack Origin. We'll find out. One and 0. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Foul ball. 1-1. Mark Damashi still on the mound. There he goes. And he gets something on that one, goes to second baseman, who sends it to first, and that was a quick top of the 4th inning for the Hornets. So at this point, at least statistically, they are halfway through the game. They play to 7 innings, but as everybody knows, baseball could last a whole bunch longer. Foul ball. Wow, he got something on that one. All the way out to the right fielder.
Now batting the right fielder, number 1, Jose Ortiz.
And Jose Ortiz comes back to bat. So that was Pedro Santos that made it onto first base. He bunts just like he did earlier, and this time once again he came close, but he was out. So 1 out, man on second here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And we're back to the top of the batting order. And Jared Dalrymple, oh, there appears to be some kind of conference between the umpires. Foul ball. Catcher goes for it. Nope. Too low.
Now
1-1.
15, Jared Dalrymple.
Pedro Santos is on second base. He's trying to lead off quite a bit there. That's the ball. 2-1. You can hear our coach running and yell, back, back, back. Oops, sorry about that. Just bumped into this. Jared Dalrymple at bat. There it goes. Sends that one very high, very high. And the left fielder gets that.
Now batting the left fielder, number 24, Joniel
2
Ramirez.
outs. Joniel Ramirez at bat, and we still have a man at second who happens to be Pedro Santos. No, I don't think he actually threw it. Foul ball. The pitcher's left-handed. He has a definite advantage keeping track of whoever's trying to steal first base. But at second and third, he's at a disadvantage because he has to turn completely. Oh and 2 is the count with 2 outs. Joniel Ramirez is at bat. And whoa, that one had a nice bounce to it. And he is safe at first, and run was batted in. Oh yeah, Joniel Ramirez is just making some kind of dance at first base. I'm sorry I missed it. Actually, nah, he probably didn't want to see that. Okay, so let's see. Julian Gonzalez to bat. And looks like there will be a conference at the mound. And this seems like a good time for me to change my battery. Nope, it's not a good time because the conference is over. Oh, no. So we're changing pitchers. So yes, this is a good time. I'm going to take a short break. So I'm back here at, let's see, let's show you the scoreboard again. So as you can see, first inning was good to East Hartford. And then they got another run in the third, and they just had another run in the fourth. They lead 5-2. There's 2 outs, and we have a new pitcher on the mound. Good turnout by East Hartford staff. I see Mr. Ryan right there. I saw Mr. Let's see, who else have I seen here? Okay, here we go.
Now batting the first baseman, number 26, Julian Gonzalez.
Oh and 1 with 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Second strike, 0 and 2. And he tries to steal second, but he doesn't. And the score at the end of 4 is 5 and 2 favoring the Hornets.
Pitcher for Wilton, number 9, Colin Tietzen.
Okay, so here we go. Wilton
Now batting the right
is
fielder,
switch
number 18,
pitchers.
Brendan
Mark
Stewart.
Damashi still continues. Brendan Scooey. I think that was the name they said. Yep. And Mark gets ready. Winds up. First one is the ball. 0 and 1 is the count. It's ready. Winds up. 0 and 2. Excuse me, 2 and 0. that one goes deep. Jose Ortiz and Jared Dalrymple. Dalrymple steps up for it. So we now have a man on first.
Now batting the left fielder, number 21, Parker Ward.
One and 0. Almost. Two and 0. Again to first. Two and 1 is the count. Again to first base. He really connected with that. It went off the light pole and into the field. I wonder what would have happened. Well, they just checked out the ball to make sure that it was still okay. I wonder if what would have happened on that one if it had hit the light pole. And then, well, wait, it did go back into the field. So obviously, no, but I wonder if someone had caught it. Yes, would it be out? I mean, it's a foul ball, hitting an obstruction. I don't know. And that guy is out of here. He struck him out.
Now batting the leadoff hitter, playing shortstop, number 31, Dylan LaFrary.
Okay, Dylan LaFrary. You're still a man on first. One out. Mark Damashi tries to make it to first. That was close, but not quite. To second. And he is out. Wow, what a nice throw by Zach Pearson. And of course, nice catch to make him out. That was right on. So there are no men on base. I believe there's 2 outs now, even though the scoreboard only shows 1. Mark Damashi still pitching. Winds up. And it goes to the shortstop, who sends it to first. And that's it. Quick, quick, quick work. So the Hornets still lead 5-2. Here as we go into the bottom of the 5th inning.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Hornets, playing first base, number 26, Julian Gonzalez.
So Julian Gonzalez. First baseman. And he gets something on that one. It goes way, way out to left field. And he has a solid hit.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 5, Axel De Jesus.
Axel De Jesus, second baseman. With Julian Gonzalez on first. Axel De Jesus fakes a bunt, or at least I think that's what he just did. I'm not. Okay, I see what's happening. He's going to bunt, but if the ball is not exactly where he wants it, then he takes the bat back. Okay. It just seems like such a big action. It almost seems like he's faking it, but no, he's not faking it. He's trying to bunt. Three and 1 is the count. And looks like Wilton has just sent someone else to the dugout. I mean to the bullpen. So could they have a second pitcher change in mind? Yep, they have. Axel de Jesus is batting. Whoa! Nope. It seemed like it was going deeper than it did.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 7, Alessio Presmarita.
Alessio Presmarita. Shortstop. One and 0. Man on first. Still Julian Gonzalez. 2-0. Two and 1. Tries to make an out on first. No good. Julian Gonzalez is still there. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Alessio Presmarita, the shortstop, is hitting too low. 3-1 is the count. Three and 2, the count is full. As you see Coach signaling. Winds up, throws, and he swings. And it was a double play. So, at the end of 5, East Hartford still leads 5-2.
Leading off the top of the 6th for Wilton, number 26, Jack Canano.
Tamashi winds up. Strike. 0-1. Foul ball. Oh and 2. One and 2. Damashi. Winds up. And oh, that's Janiel getting that out. There's actually a way in. There's a door there.
Now batting number 46, Cole Judelson.
I jumped over. I didn't know about the door till later. One and 0 is the count. You don't need to do that for my sake. She'll just run off. Okay. Well, you can close that door and then she'll be. Okay. Two and 0. And that goes deep, and Jose Ortiz has it way, way, way out there. That would have been quite a hit. So 2 outs.
Now batting number 3, Lucas Ugarte.
Here in the top of the 6th inning. Lucas Algartes batting. First one is a strike. 1-1 is the count. 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning, with East Hartford leading 5-2. Here in the first round of the state tournament for 2017-2018 season. Two and 1 is the count. Two and 2. 2 outs. And we have a full count. It's Lucas Algarte. And first baseman almost has it, and second baseman goes to first. Ball is wild. I believe the runner would have kept going, except that he tripped and rolled right over the second baseman. His coach went to check him out. Okay, and right now we have Drew Phillips coming to bat, and
Now batting number 2, Drew Phillips.
the outfielders just took a few steps backward. And there's a conference on the mound for the Hornets. Now I'm standing right here in the bullpen for the Hornets. Nobody has been warming up, so he's definitely staying in. So I'm not sure what the conference is about, although I think maybe they were trying to think, what are we going to do with this Drew Phillips? So man on first, Drew Phillips at bat. Mark Damashi is pitching, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. Damashi throws to first. Nothing doing there. Let's go back to the batter. Damashi lines up. Catcher drops the ball, but he gets it quickly. Runner on first, didn't have time to think about it. 1-0 is the count. Two and 0. The batter seemed to actually signal the runner to stay where he was. Again to first. Three and 0 is the count. Three and 1. And he walks, so we now have a man on first and a man on second. And next batter, Chris Tinkin,
Now batting number
center
4,
fielder.
Chris Tinkin.
One and 0. One and 1. Two and 1. And it goes out to Jose Ortiz, who fumbles with it for a moment, and a run gets batted in. So the score is now 5-3 with 2 outs and 2 men on base. Jack Orjan. And let's see, in this one shot you can see the batter and you can see the man on third. Damashi gets ready to throw. And that's a strike. 0-1. One and one. And he hits it. Left fielder sends it to third, but in the meantime, another run has made it in. 4-5 is the score. East Hartford leads just by 1.
Now batting number 18, Brendan Skewis.
One and 0. And that ball was high, but the runner in first and runner in second, there's really not much that they could do with that. The runner in second maybe could have stolen, and if he had, then runner could have stolen second, but that's a tough one. Two and 0 is the count. Three and 0 is the count. And so he walks. So we now have a man on third, a man on first, and a man on second.
Now batting number 21, Parker Ward.
Damashi, first one is a ball. 1 and 0. Strike. 1-1 is the count. Strike 2. So 1-2 is the count. If you could pull this off right now, a lot of pressure on here. Yes. Great stuff. Talk about dealing with a high pressure situation there. So we're now going into the top of the 6th inning, and the Hornets lead 5-4. And now I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to see if we can see what in the world is going on at the softball game over there. Nah, there's just no way to see. There's just no way to see. I mean, this is the JV field. We would be able to see the JV field, but nothing on the varsity field. All I know is that there's a bunch of cars still there. So who knows what's going on. I wonder if our athletic director is at the softball game. First one is a strike.
Now batting number 6, Jared Roman.
Designated hitter, Jared Roman. One and one. He winds up, throws. 1 and 2. Uh-oh, here's some people. They're coming to use the bullpen. Are you guys going to need me to go?
No, you're good.
Okay. Is your friend over there going to throw the ball at me?
No, he shouldn't if he does.
Depending on what you gave me for that.
You did great, man. You did great. Honest. As long as you're holding that ball and you're getting ready to throw it, you did fantastic, man. Garrett, I actually didn't grade yours yet because I didn't need to. You weren't one of the people that needed to be graded. And deep, yes. Oh, no, it looks like it was a foul ball, so he's going back. Now, I know it looks like I'm talking to myself, but I'm not.
I actually figured that.
Huh?
I figured that.
Oh, okay, what is... Just sort of like people to know, you know. I try to do the play-by-play. Some people find it amusing, others find it informative.
Yeah.
But you're probably trying to concentrate, so I'll leave you be.
No, don't worry about it.
Another foul ball. Another foul ball. 3-2 is the count. Full count, guys. And he's walked. So with no outs, we now have a man on first here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Now batting number 4, Zach Pearson.
His eyes on Coach Rondinone, who's sending signals. I wonder if the other team ever tries to decipher what he's doing. I can't imagine that they could. Zach bunts, and does he make it? Yep. It looked like, oh God, that was close. But we now have a man on second.
I got it.
Now batting number 18, Pedro Santos.
I climbed over a fence to get in here too, but it was this one. This is my size. Pedro Santos at bat. 1-1 is the count. And looks like the softball coaches are there. So it means their game must be over. Down the center. And we now have a man on third with 2 outs. East Hartford still leading by 1.
My bad, Garrett.
Now batting number 1, Jose Ortiz.
Jose Ortiz at bat, man on third. First one's the ball. One and one is the count now. Here it comes. No. Ball is free, but the catcher still had it nearby, so he couldn't, the runner on third couldn't run to home. And Jose signaled him to just stop where he was. 2-1 is the count. And that's up, and he's out, and that's it. So here, as we go into the what could be the final inning, East Hartford still leads by 1. Well, I just inquired from Mr. Martucci, who informed me that his team lost. They had a really, really good season. They were probably, I mean, obviously, since they're playing at home, they were expected to win today. But that's sports for you. Any team can win on any given day. So let's see, I attended their game against Manchester, and it was really, really cool. And they did their senior night activities after the game, and it was a really nice event to watch. It wasn't rushed. There's no need to rush because the game had already been played. And Mr. Martucci, without any notes or anything, didn't miss a beat and had something nice to say about every single one of his players, who really seemed to respect him. Okay, here we go. No outs, no balls, no strikes, nothing. Here we are, 7th inning, excuse me. And the first one is a strike. 0-1. And there are 3 men there, and it was just in no man's land there. So they now have a man on first base.
Now batting number 26.
No runs at all come in during this inning, then the game is over, because there's no reason for the Hornets to go up at bat. So that would be very, very nice. Man on first, no outs. Strike. And that one goes deep. Jose Ortiz has got it. And he makes the throw to first. And the ball is loose. Nice catch by Jose. He's made some really, really nice plays. Something that's got to be really, really difficult in baseball is to stand there in the outfield for a long time and then all of a sudden just blam, out of the blue to just sprint. I can imagine there's all kinds of pulled muscles in this sport. Strike one. And we have one out, and we have a man on first base. And he hits it deep. It's a foul ball. Again, it was going in Jose's direction. Oh and 2. Catcher Pearson got right up there to send that ball to first or second, whatever was required of him. Damashi still pitching here in the 7th inning. And that was very wide. Pearson, good reflexes to get up and get that one. 2 and 2. And he got that one and tagged the man out. Just one more out would do the trick if there are no runs.
Now batting, number 3, Lucas Ugarte.
Throw to first. Let me zoom out just a little bit more since there is a runner on base. So 1-0. Mark Damashi working on the win. Steals second, loses the ball, he goes to third. Okay, so now the situation has become complicated. There's a man on third, 2 outs, 1 ball, no strikes. Damashi is pitching. And I really hope the manager steps back here so I can see the batter. Doesn't appear like he will. Okay, so Damashi gets ready. He winds up. Wilton is really active in the deep. Foul ball. And a little too far for Jose. He's fast, but not that fast. 2-1 is the count. Mark Damashi pitching the entire game. Runner on third base, and there's the batter. Oh, that's it. So they must go on for the rest of this inning at least. The score is now tied at 5, and it could be go on much longer than that. Yeah, it was a classic example of the player trying to think of what he was going to do next before he took care of the matter at hand. But hey, let's do this. First pitch is a ball. And he hits that one hard. It goes out to right field, and he's got it. So the score's tied at 5, and the Hornets are completely in control here. If they score even 1 run, the game is theirs. If they don't, then they go to extra innings. And they keep going. I'm not sure how long they would keep going. From here, it looks like it could be Jared Dalrymple, but I'm not sure. The last time I saw him, he was completely covered in dirt. He has no dirt on him now. But yes, I believe it's him.
Bottom of the 7th for East Hartford. Number 15, Jared Dalrymple.
Yep, there he goes. Okay, Jared, let's see something. Here comes the pitch. And the first one is a strike. And so is the second one. This pitcher does not do much of a wind-up or preparation before he throws. It almost seems like sometimes he can catch a batter by surprise when he sends it. Just straight to business. Steps up. Okay, grabs the ball. Foul ball. Nope, too far. One and two is the count. Another foul ball. This one seems close enough to be caught for an out, and it is. So, one out. Two more to go here.
Now batting number 24, Janiel Ramirez.
Janiel Ramirez. Left fielder. First one is a ball. A strike. 1-1 is the count. He swings at that one, even though it was so low. 1-2. Almost hit. Good reflexes. Two and two. And that one goes deep. And two outs.
Now batting for East Hartford, number 26, Julian Gonzalez.
Julian Gonzalez, first baseman, up at bat. And it goes to third baseman, who throws to first, and that was it. So we have now going to one extra inning at the very least. So the game tied at 5. Wilton did exactly what they needed to do in this inning. So with Wilton batting first, the Hornets will always know exactly what they need to do to tie or win this game. Whereas Wilton, they just don't know. It's starting to get a little bit dark here. It's 6:41. I think it's just that the sun is being blocked out, because at this time of day it shouldn't be this dark. But if it continues this way, they may need to turn on lights, but I don't know that it would make much difference at this point. Who knows? Well, it seems dark to me, but my eyes are much older than any of the players out here. Okay. Let's do this, guys. Well, right now, Wilton has the momentum, if you can call it that. Strike one.
Leading off the top of the eighth, number 4, Chris Tinking.
Third baseman sends it to first, easy out. Just wondering, is that still Damashi there? It's hard to tell from here, but I don't think it is.
Now batting number 27, Jack Borgini.
One and oh. Here comes the pitch. He gets that one. Low ball. Makes it out to right fielder Jose Ortiz, who sends it towards second base. So they have a man on first. One out. Here in the 8th inning, as the game is tied at 5. 1-0. He just made the throw to first. Two and 0. And that was hit hard to right field. Jose Ortiz got it, sent it towards second base. Boy, that zooms out quickly. So there's now a man on first and a man on second. Small conference at the mound.
Now batting number 21, Parker Ward.
Okay, lights are now on. And I swear it does look a little bit better out there right now. So man on first, man on second, 1 out. 8th inning, game tied at 5. It's a ball. And here it comes. And it's a strike, 1-1. Hi.
Go to the side.
Huh?
We'll go to the side.
You need me to move?
No, it's okay. I can go to the side.
Oh, okay. One and one with 1 out. And foul ball. 1-2. Two and two. And it's a high, it's a foul ball, out of range. That would have been a lovely way to end this. 2-2 still. Strike. And that's so there's now 2 outs.
Now batting the leadoff hitter, number 31, Dylan LaFrari.
So the outfielders step out just a little bit on this one. Man on first, man on second. Strike one. Actually, there's a ball. I mean, a foul ball. Oh, he tried to lean in on that one, and that one came really, really close to his face. 1-1. Foul ball. 1-2 is the count. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, and they got it, they got it. Okay, so East Hartford still in the driver's seat. As no runs were scored by Wilton, so they have the upper hand. All they need to do is score one. So it looks like they have another pitcher out there.
Pitching for Wilton, number 17, Ethan Lindberger.
And the first one is a strike.
Number 5, Axel De Jesus.
De Jesus is batting. I'm not sure And he went to first base. I'm not sure why he did that. Huh? But it was a low ball. It just hit him in the, okay, fine. Okay. Okay. Well, it hurts less than getting hit up here. I'll take it. Yeah, so he got hit. Just barely, but he got hit. So we now have a man on first, no outs, here in the 8th. He was gonna bunt, but he didn't. Strike one. So the count's 1-1. And this time he did bunt. Pitcher was right there for that, so it was an easy out, but we now have a man on second.
Now batting for East Hartford, number 6, Jared Roman.
One and 0. One and 1. Here it comes. Nope. Two and 1. Man on second. 8th inning, tie score. And there's an out on first base. And we now have a man on third with 2 outs. First pitch is a strike. And he swings at the second one, so it's 2 strikes. Catcher drops the ball, he doesn't know where it is. I think he was faking. I think he knew where it was all along. Do you do that? Drop the ball and act like you don't know where it is? He was faking, man. Foul ball. So 1 and 2 is the count. Oh, that was a high. And now we're going on to the 9th inning. The score's still tied at 5, and I'm going to change my battery.
One more.
So Joe Magnano has now entered the game as the pitcher. He was just warming up over here with Garrett Allen a moment ago because I'm standing in the East Hartford bullpen. So let's show you what it looks like over here on the scoreboard. Nothing at all in the 8th inning. And East Hartford had led the entire game until the 7th. They have never trailed, but we're still here. Okie dokie.
Leading off the top of the 9th for Wilton, number 26, Jack Donano.
First pitch is a ball. And he hits that one. It's a foul ball. 1-1 is the count. And it's an out. As the third baseman picks it up and throws it. I'll never get used to all the yelling that is made from the benches. Never. But I guess that's just something about this sport. 0-1. So Joe Magnano's doing a nice job so far. 1 out. He's got 2 more to go. He swings at that one. 1-2 is the count. Two and two. Foul ball, 2-2. Shortstop's got it, throws to first. Oh, too high. And man safe on first. One and oh. High ball. And the second baseman was running backward. Very difficult to catch a ball like that, but at least the throw to second did the trick and the runner was out. Very tough to catch a ball like that. That would have hurt. So 2 outs. Strike one. And he threw to first. Oop. Too late for me to make it over there with the camera. Sorry, guys. Oh and 1 is the count. Throws to second. And the runner is safe as he steals second base. It seemed like the throw was good, but it slipped out of his glove. At least that's the way it looked for me. Man on second, 1 and 1, 2 outs, conference on the mound. Very brief. Strike. 1 and 2 is the count. 2 outs. All he needs is one more. Man on second. And high ball. Shortstop calls for it, running backward, gets it. And East Hartford, once again, they're in control of their own destiny. All they need is one. That's it. The game has already gone into extra innings twice. Period.
Leading off the bottom of the ninth, number 18, Pedro Santos.
Strike one. One and one. And so he sent that out to second base. The second baseman got to it, sent it to first, and now we have a new batter.
Now batting number 1, Jose Ortiz.
First one is a ball. One and one is the count. One and two. I mean 2 and 1, excuse me. 1 out. Game is tied in the bottom of the 9th inning. Two and two. And that's the 3rd strike. So there's 2 outs now. You can tell that Jared's really wanted to do something whenever he's gone out there, and so far it hasn't worked out for him. Let's see if this is it. Foul ball. Oh and 1. One and one. And he hits it, and he's going to be on base, it looks like. So he has a single. So there's 2 outs, a man on first. Daniel Ramirez will bat now with Jared Dalrymple on first. Something is going on. He wants to confer with Jared about something. 0-1. And Jared is safe. Oh, and he's safe. He is safe. And I'm sorry I wasn't there to catch that, but I was focusing on Jared at second base. That was so close.
Now batting, number 26, Julian Gonzalez.
So Julian Gonzalez, first baseman to bat. 2 outs, 2 men on base. If any of these runs comes in, that's it. If not, we keep going. Strike one. Jared Dalrymper's on second, Janiel Ramirez is on first, and Julian Gonzalez is batting. And that may be it. That may be it. Yes, and it is. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay, now that would be a shame. Someone's going to get hurt there. So, East Hartford wins in the first round of the state tournament, and they will go on. I am not sure at this point where or when. All we know is it's going to happen.
Final score, East Hartford 6, Wilton 5.
A lot of happy faces there. So, thank you very much for your attention. This is John Bacon reporting, and I'm not sure when or where the next game will be, but somehow or another I'll see if I can be there, unless someone else is. And looks like Jared there is smarting a little bit. I hope he's not hurt. Okay, take care, guys.